of the National Football League. And we've got J.C. Jackson. He's putting together an incredible season, now in double digits with 10 picks. It's the Desperados and the Seahawks, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
From the oldest capital city in the Americas, founded in 1325, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Mexico City. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Seattle Seahawks and our home team. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at our visitors coming into play here. They're squaring off against a very tough unit to throw against.
And this is not one of the better passing offenses in the league to begin with, Brandon. And to illustrate that point, they're down near the bottom of the power ranking, so the focus is going to need to be on possession-type throws. Whether they're trying to use their running backs or tight ends a little bit more, the big thing is to make sure the quarterback gets it out of his hands quickly to his receivers, and they hope to gain an advantage that way.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It was too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
That was pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all. Challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to Walker on 1st down. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. On 2nd and 11 now. Brady. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He completes this to Walker. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Calling a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get into his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a 4th down?
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure. And he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And out across midfield down to the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones. The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's got his big tight end here. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Back to throw now on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
Personal foul. Roughing the tackle. Defense.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll look to throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. A big loss there of about 7 yards on 1st and goal, so now it's 2nd down.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Holding. Offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. They were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
To throw is Brady. And this is going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Back to throw here. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. And the Seahawks will take over possession here up at the 44. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. On 2nd and 11 now. Brady. There's Chris Olave. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Walker now on 1st and 10. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. He'll be stopped short of the 25. The nice move couldn't free him. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Oh, he tries to give it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for him on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish, not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like it got left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that.
Probably should have left it in my back pocket, too.
Well played. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 14 yards that time for number 14.
They had 2 tight ends in the formation on that one. It looked to me like he had his pick of receivers downfield.
I think he was just planning on going over the middle. That's what he did.
Picked up 1st down, too.
On the Jets sweep, here comes Jefferson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. On to the second quarter, Mexico City in possession, as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And that one going nowhere from the start, as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well, as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
They bring their punter out there now. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle, here's Walker. To about the 40-yard line. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. The Seahawks on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They can use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Meanwhile, Brady's throw caught here by Metcalf. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. On the ground, it's James. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Walker. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On play action, it's Brady. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. The number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker, because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised him and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And if you're wondering just how quickly that sack occurred, the next-gen stats tell us 2.6 seconds is all he had to throw the football. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays, and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. And here's a handoff out of the gun. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a pickup of 6.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking left sideline. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
2nd and short. That's a rundown. So it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. He'll drop to throw. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They'll look to throw now on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And this one is going to be off the mark. Too far out in front. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Well, Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd
rushing touchdown of the year. And the Desperados will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. An extra point attempt here still to come. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So that one a long 11-play drive. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Brady now on first down. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Desperados will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And now to give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for, they got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
They'll go in for 2. They'll kick the point after. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. Going out the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And Walker has it. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, it's Brady. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. On 2nd and 10, Brady to the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. Throwing now is Brady. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's going the other way. 30. 10. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown.
their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
The last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
Extra point forthcoming. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown.
4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, and those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. From there, let's hop over to New England. Check out the Patriots at home in Foxborough. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Carolina Panthers. Van Jefferson, a touchdown reception. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And it was the visiting Dolphins who were able to get the victory. Cedric Wilson leading the way with 3 touchdown catches. Continuing on, here's a look at the next-gen stats in that first half. And not much went right in those first 2 quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. Meanwhile, for our home team, they had a little bit more success on the ground than their opponents did. And that should set them up well for the second half to come.
All right, Coach, thank you. And we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
On second down, it's Taylor.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
As you know, so many things in the passing game are based on yardage. Sometimes it's just based on timing, and that's what we saw right there on that play. 3rd and 3, just get the ball right to the receiver.
It's the hitch route. And tell us, what is the hitch route?
Yeah, just take really one step, like you're driving off the line of scrimmage, get the defensive back on his heels, get the ball out to the receiver, and he does the rest.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Back to throw.
Complete. Jefferson the target. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. And he
He's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Back to throw again.
And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And he's going to be taken down about the 33.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw again.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. 2nd and 9 now.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Seahawks are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd.
And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities. And this is a good one right in front of them.
Personal foul. Disrupting the tackle. Defense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Brady now to throw. And his pass incomplete. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
Past the 20. And touchdown.
Justin Jefferson.
54 yards.
And the Desperados are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blower out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
All Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
That's taken it around the 40. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Up the middle, here's Taylor. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Now back to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that will extend their lead even further. So tack on 3 more, though that's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great, too.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. And it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Brady will try again on 2nd down. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Now here's Michael Dixon standing just outside his own goal line. Let's take it inside his own 40.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. Last time, I remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
They'll look to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
They'll try the left side with Taylor. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run once more with Taylor. 43 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here at their own 23.
What a stand there defensively. They force the 3rd and goal, force them into what they think will be a passing situation, and then they make sure to lock up all the receivers and come away with the interception. Sounds simple, but that was really well done.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And fights him off. Escaping the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball at a comfortable 4th quarter lead. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It's a 10-yard gain there to set them up 1st and goal. Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because...
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Desperados add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of.
It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
And Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as he'll look to throw. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Brady going to throw.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On first down, Brady.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Brady to throw again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, they're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 10.
This one goes underneath to Walker.
And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Again, it's Taylor.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. So they bring out their punter, standing just about on his own goal line. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Brady to throw.
Complete to Olave on the out route.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. Incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
Fielded at the 20. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On play action, they'll throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
They got completion there. That's clearly an example of one side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, very, hey, take 1 or 2 yards. We're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get more on the passing play.
On the handoff, this is Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 67 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And he is going to be stopped up at the line of scrimmage. And we'll have a stoppage as well as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They go to the ground again with Taylor.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Now a give to Taylor.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the home team here, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Seattle, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers.